Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a powerful concept that might just change the way you think about relationships and personal strength, the philosophy of no contact through the lens of Stoicism. Have you ever found yourself questioning your own worth after being ignored, neglected, or abandoned by someone you deeply care about? It's a human reaction to want answers, to crave closure, and to feel the need to chase. But what if I told you that the power doesn't lie in pursuit? It lies in silence, in stillness, in embracing the Stoic principle of no contact. Stoicism teaches us to master our reactions and control our inner world, regardless of the chaos that may unfold around us. It's not about ignoring your emotions, but rather allowing them to exist without letting them control you. The most profound power move you can make when someone pulls away from you is to maintain your distance, to choose peace over panic. Imagine yourself as a mountain, steadfast, unmovable, and unaffected by the storms that rage around you. People may come and go like passing winds, but your essence remains grounded and unwavering. This is the mindset of a Stoic, not to be swayed by temporary emotions or fleeting affections. The philosophy of no contact is not about playing games or manipulating someone's emotions. It's about reclaiming your power by acknowledging your own self-worth and refusing to let someone else dictate your happiness. When you decide to go silent, you send a powerful message, not just to them, but to yourself. You affirm that your peace is more valuable than their validation. Think of the great Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus, who taught that true strength lies in mastering oneself rather than controlling others. Your silence is not weakness. It's a profound act of self-preservation and dignity. It's about choosing tranquility over chaos and wisdom over impulsiveness. Imagine this. They start to notice your absence. At first, it might feel like they've won. They might even feel relieved. But as the days turn into weeks, something shifts. They start to wonder why you're not chasing them. Curiosity creeps in, followed by doubt and confusion. They begin to question their own choices. Your silence becomes deafening. By choosing not to react, not to beg for attention, you're demonstrating an unspoken strength. You're proving that your happiness isn't contingent on their presence. You've essentially flipped the script, where once they held the power by withdrawing, now your silence holds a mysterious and magnetic force. Remember Marcus Aurelius' words, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Applying this principle to your life means understanding that your value is intrinsic and unshaken by someone else's actions. No contact allows you to practice this strength in real time. In the quiet, in the space you've created by going silent, you focus on yourself. You build, you heal, you grow. This isn't about waiting for them to come back. It's about discovering that you never needed them to complete you in the first place. You cultivate a life that is rich, fulfilling, and centered on your own peace of mind. Allow yourself to embrace solitude, not as loneliness, but as a time for self-discovery and growth. Practice mindfulness, journal your thoughts, and reflect on your journey. Each day without contact becomes a step closer to your personal liberation, an opportunity to find strength within. Don't be afraid to take this time to reinvent yourself. Focus on your goals, nurture your passions, and invest in your personal growth. Whether it's picking up a new skill, hitting the gym, or rediscovering an old hobby, use this phase to transform yourself into the best version of you. The irony, when you're genuinely thriving without them, that's when they're most likely to reappear, driven crazy by the realization that they no longer hold any sway over your emotions. But by then, you'll be too focused on your own journey to let their presence disturb your newfound equilibrium. So when you choose to go silent, don't do it to get a reaction. Do it to regain control of your own narrative. Let your silence speak volumes about your strength, resilience, and unshakable self-worth. That is the essence of Stoicism, embracing the power to shape your own destiny, regardless of how others may try to influence it. Imagine this scenario. You've been ghosted, ignored, or suddenly cut off by someone you cared about deeply. Your first instinct might be to reach out, to explain yourself, to find closure. But the truth is, chasing after someone who's pulled away only pushes them further. Instead, the most impactful move you can make is to disappear. Completely. This isn't about playing games or seeking revenge. It's about giving yourself the space to heal and showing that you value your own peace over their validation. Going no contact is an act of strength, not weakness. It's a declaration that you're not going to let someone else's actions dictate your emotional state. People often underestimate the power of silence. When you choose not to reach out, not to text or call, it disrupts the usual dynamic. They're expecting you to react, to plead, to prove your worth. But when you do the opposite, it creates confusion. They begin to question why you're not fighting for them. They start wondering if you've moved on, if you found someone else, or if they simply weren't as important to you as they thought. The psychological effect of no contact is profound. When you stop giving your energy to someone who took you for granted, it forces them to confront their own actions. They may try to convince themselves that you're just being stubborn or playing hard to get, but deep down, they feel the loss of your presence. And it's that feeling of loss that makes them rethink everything. In the meantime, you're not just sitting around waiting for them to notice. You're focused on yourself, building your confidence, investing in your hobbies, and surrounding yourself with supportive people. Every day that goes by, you're becoming stronger, more resilient, and more self-assured. You're proving to yourself that your happiness doesn't depend on their attention. Think of it as a mental reset. You're giving yourself the time and space to process your emotions, reflect on the situation, and find clarity. Sometimes it's in the quiet moments that we discover how much we've been sacrificing our own well-being just to keep someone else around. Remember, no contact is not a punishment. It's a boundary. It's you saying, I deserve better than being treated like an afterthought. And by the time they finally realize your value, you may have outgrown the need for their approval altogether. Also, don't fall into the trap of checking their social media or asking mutual friends about them. That's still giving them your mental energy. Instead, put all that effort into rebuilding yourself. Whether that means working out, learning a new skill, or just enjoying your own company. The more you invest in yourself, the less their absence will matter. And when they finally come back around, or even if they don't, you'll know that you survived, thrived, and became stronger because of the experience. The real victory is not in getting them back, but in getting yourself back. Never forget that you are the prize. You are the person who deserves love, respect, and loyalty. Let them realize what they've lost by focusing on your own growth. Whether it takes weeks, months, or even longer, trust the process and continue building your life without relying on anyone else for your happiness. Remember, the most attractive thing you can do is to live well without them. Move forward with your dreams, your ambitions, and your own sense of fulfillment. Don't look back. Keep going forward. So stay strong, stay silent, and focus on your journey. If they come back, it's on your terms. Not because you begged or pleaded, but because they finally understood what they lost. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for more content like this. Your support means the world to us.